Hello and welcome to Headlines, your official source for everything Peters Township. I'm Emily Labovitz.
And I'm Bridget Stasenko. On March 1st, PTHS will host the SAT reasoning test. Guidance will not be able to access essays, so essay scores must be sent directly from College Board. 4 score reports may be sent for free for every test taken, and each additional report costs a fee to send. May 3rd and June 7th are the next SAT testing dates, but will not be held at PTHS.
On January 18th, Bower Hill Elementary held the 4th annual Pittsburgh Day for 3rd graders. After studying a social studies unit on Pittsburgh, the students celebrated by designing sports cards, dancing a polka, and baking their own pierogies.
Hi, I'm Jack Harza, and it may actually look like I'm downtown, but I'm here with Yins at Bower Hill Elementary. They are having the 4th annual Pittsburgh Day, filled with sandwiches, Steelers, and the bird.
Pittsburgh Day is our culminating day of our Pittsburgh unit. The students rotated to each of the 3rd grade teachers' classrooms and they learned a part of our Pittsburgh unit. So Pittsburgh Day is our big culminating theme day where we tie it all together and we try to touch on the highlights of each of the different parts of the unit. So in the morning they went to station activities where they did Andy Warhol painting. They made character trading cards, they learned how to do the polka, and they also used their math skills to make pierogies. And from there, we moved into the afternoon where the students heard a folk tale that had a Pittsburgh connection about Mike Fink and the rivers, the Ohio River, and that he was born in this part of the country. They had a tailgate party where they were able to sample some foods that have a Pittsburgh connection. We did the largest 3rd grade polka that we're really proud of, and then we end the day with the students singing a song that just sort of ties together the whole unit. So it's a great theme day. The kids look forward to it. They work really hard to get here, and it pays off.
I asked some 3rd graders what they found most memorable about the Pittsburgh Day experience. What was your favorite part about Pittsburgh Day?
My favorite part about Pittsburgh Day was definitely about coming into here and watching the movie and hearing all the stories about Mike Fink, because it was kind of fun listening. Coloring the Andy Warhol pictures. The food. I like it that the teacher made us have an assembly about, I forgot his name, making all this stuff like pierogies.
One truly special aspect of Pittsburgh Day was the numerous colorful banners students created for the event.
Part of the activities that we have that lead into the day, each of the classes takes the part of the unit that their teacher was responsible for teaching and creates a banner. Here's an example of one of the banners that the students create, and it's supposed to just highlight some of the key features that they learned in that particular part of the unit. And then each class takes their banner and we display them in the hallway, so they're hanging around the hallways of Bower Hill, so that when the younger kids, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd graders walk in, they see these banners. They also see the 3rd grade teachers that are standing there singing the Pittsburgh song, and it just gives them a little glimpse or a sneak peek into what they might be doing when they get to 3rd grade, gets them curious, gets them excited. It's just a nice way to bring the whole Bower Hill building together and give our 3rd graders a way to end their unit with something that's hopefully memorable that they can look back on when they're older and say, you know, I remember Pittsburgh Day, and that was one of the best days of 3rd grade.
The 3rd grade classes of Bower Hill also had an opportunity to study communications with the PTHS Media Department during a curricular field trip right here in our high school television studios.
In a recent survey, the Peters Township Public Library was rated 6th out of 1,770 among public libraries serving populations of 10,000 to 24,000. The library has been awarded a $500,000 grant from the Pennsylvania Keystone Recreation Park and Conservation Fund for an expansion to the library. The plan is for a new 2-story, 4,840 square foot expansion. The plan includes a 700 square foot young adult room, a 210 square foot local history room, and a 210 square foot seminar room. On February 11th through February 13th, the Peters Township High School held the Pennsylvania System of School Assessment testing in the cafeteria. The junior class was tested on the English portion of the test, and students must pass with a proficient or an advanced score.
given to juniors here at the high school. It evaluates their writing ability, math, and as well as reading and science as a field test as well. What we're really trying to do is make sure that kids have met established criteria through the curriculum and things kids need to learn before they go out in the real world.
This year, Pleasant Valley Elementary is participating in the 4th annual Student Hero Program. The kickoff was on February 4th, and final nominations will be accepted through February 29th. This program is designed to recognize and encourage kind acts and words from students. Every Friday, one student is randomly selected from each grade level as Hero of the Week.
Black History Month occurs every February. It began because of the efforts of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who founded it in 1926. Dr. Woodson was an American historian who believed that African Americans needed to know their history in order to intelligently be part of the country.
Each spring, the Peters Township High School's Masked Indians perform a play. This spring's play is Dandelion Wine. Although it is routine for the Masked Indians to put on a show, Dandelion Wine is a little bit different than most plays. Here's the director of Dandelion Wine, Mr. Barry Wood, with more information.
The reason I chose to do Dandelion Wine is it's a challenge to this particular director because it is not being staged realistically. In other words, when you come to see a play, there's usually a set, costumes, special effects, such as Dracula. But unlike Dracula, this play will not have any scenery or costumes, just the mere suggestion. It's what used to be called an oral interpretation production, where you, the audience, have to bring your imagination to the play and visualize the action in your mind.
If you would like to see Dandelion Wine, mark your calendars for February 21st and the 22nd.
When we return, find out what is making people's mouths water, who is making their way to the top through singing, and who attended a grand ball. All this and more coming up on Headlines.
Poison Center, can I help?
What's the number on the bill, ma'am?
Su niña estaba fuera.
What a day! Started with a call from the factory in town. There'd been a chemical spill, and a number of the employees had breathed in the fumes.
This mom called because her 2-year-old got into some old blue pills, and she was scared.
And then I got a snake bite call from the emergency room. I supplied the antivenom.
I made sure that everybody got out into the fresh air, and then I told them what to watch for.
She calmed down when she heard me speak in Spanish. I told her that her little one would be okay.
I explained how to use the new antidote. The patient is feeling much better.
They called quickly, and everyone was fine.
I called back to see how both of them were. She was so grateful.
I was glad to teach them something new.
Experts at your local poison control center are ready to give you free, confidential, expert advice 24/7. Call 1-800-222-1222.
Chronic pain is one of America's most urgent and ignored health issues. Each year we spend millions of dollars on medical research for painful diseases and conditions. But while we wait for cures, people are still suffering. Quietly, secretly, terribly. It's time for relief. That's why Congress has declared this the Decade of Pain Control and Research. To learn more, visit decadeofpain.org.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. Log on or tell your tax preparer to e-file for you and join the 53 million e-filers who consider it done.
Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Emily Labovitz.
And I'm Bridget Stasenko. Each year, the Peters Township High School students look forward to filling out the Matchmaker surveys provided by the Literary Magazine Club. Students fill out a survey that asks about their likes and dislikes in order to find the perfect match within the school. The results can be bought in the cafeteria the week of February the 14th. All proceeds benefit the Literary Magazine. On January 25, 2008, the Women of Southwestern Pennsylvania held a dinner to benefit local shelters. Many of Pittsburgh's key political players were present, including U.S. Congressman Tim Murphy. We talked to Kathy Shader and Mark Alfano about the event.
Annual fundraiser
And with the proceeds of this event, over the past 9 years, we have given away and distributed over $85,000 to local women's and children's organizations. It's been an opportunity for us to make good, lasting friendships and help to give back to the community at the same time. We're very proud to be presenting our first annual Symphony of Food, a chef's showcase.
Tonight I'll be making a New England seafood chowder. It's based on New England clam chowder, but it has shrimp, scallops, clams, and cod. So it's a really nice chowder. We're also making a really nice quail house salad. It's a spring mix, strawberries, raspberries, apples, gorgonzola cheese, and a candy pecan. It's kind of like having dessert.
The 2008 Symphony of Food raised and donated over $30,000 to various local women and children's shelters.
Curtain Call, Peters Township High School's female quartet is made up of 4 seniors, Gina Magrini, Caitlin Robertson, Laura Latinovich, and Laura Zini. The ladies have received several awards over the past year. Laura shares her experience about their recent competitions.
Last year we won first place at the 4th Annual Harmony Festival, which was held in Pittsburgh, and then we won second place at the Johnny Appleseed District competition in Cleveland, Ohio, and then most recently we got first place at the Region 17 Rising Star Quartet.
Due to revenue from the state's casinos property tax, relief for all of the Pennsylvania's homeowners will arrive this year. The December revenue from the state's 6 open casinos was transferred to the Property Tax Relief Fund. State Budget Secretary Michael Mosh said homeowners across the state can expect some property tax relief this summer because we took the bold step to expand gaming opportunities in Pennsylvania.
On February 8th, the Peters Township Recreation Center held the 2nd annual Princess Ball. Any girl under the age of 12 could attend it and provided an opportunity for fathers to spend time with their daughters. The event included various activities such as a catered meal as well as taking memorable pictures. The ball even included a dance with a DJ.
Did you know that Abe Lincoln was the tallest president standing, 6 foot 4 inches tall, and that there are 31 counties, 17 towns, 1 state, and our nation's capital is named after George Washington? We celebrate President's Day every 3rd Monday of February. This year's President's Day was on February 18th.
We recognize George and the boys. Then we recognize Abraham Lincoln. Then we put them all together and I said, well, let's recognize them all. Well, it's very important this year because it's a heck of an election year. Why? First time we could see the first woman, we could see the first African American, we could see the first Italian, we could see the first Mormon president. So why we celebrate it? This year has a lot of relevance because what a big year this is. Follow the primaries on both the Republican side and the Democratic side.
Let's check in with our man on the street, Clinton Amon, as he asks students what their perfect Valentine's date is.
Forward to more than just chocolate and candies. So let's see what everyone here at Peters Township High School is looking forward to for Valentine's Day.
My ideal Valentine's date would be going to see a movie, and then afterwards we would go bowling.
To take her to McDonald's, get some cheeseburgers.
Probably a long walk on the beach. We talk about like books.
Candlelit dinner on the beach.
Let's say mini golfing.
Going to Starbucks and discussing literature.
Something simple like going to dinner and then coming back and watching a movie.
I go to the Wiz Khalifa concert because I know she'd say yeah, and then I go to the Pittsburgh Zoo.
I'd like to go to a Pens game for Valentine's Day.
So Emily, what did you do on Valentine's Day?
I went and painted pottery with my boyfriend.
Oh wow, that sounds fun.
When we return, come and see how the high school is transformed into a winter wonderland, find out what P.T. Hoopers hit the millennium mark, and find out when you can take your chance at the roll of the dice. All this and more coming up next on Headlines.
I got a new baby sister. She hasn't come home yet. Got born too soon. She's really tiny. And Mom seems worried. I think she came early so she could play with me. I hope we get to play together.
The Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
Once it was silent, but the spirit of America made liberty ring. And once it was weak, but the spirit of America made hope stand tall. And if our spirit can do all this, imagine what we can do for all Americans in poverty. We can let liberty ring for millions of kids in need. We can let freedom stand for every family working for independence. Poverty in America, we can end it, and everyone can help. Learn how at povertyusa.org.
E-File. Get receipt confirmation and a quicker refund. E-File, or tell your tax preparer to do it for you. And join the 60 million e-filers who consider it done.
Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Emily Labovitz.
And I'm Bridget Spasenko. On Thursday, January 17, 2008, the State Board of Education approved a plan requiring students to pass a series of tests before graduating. Beginning with the class of 2014, students will have to pass tests in math, English, science, and social studies. Those who fail will have the opportunity to retake sections of the test where they showed deficiencies. Remedial help will be offered to the students who did not pass.
Looking for a fun way to get through the final dismal months of winter? Discounted winter ski passes for Seven Springs are available at the Peters Township Community Recreation Center in Peters Woods Park. Midweek day and twilight passes are $34 and night passes are $24. In order to get students out of the slump of winter, the high school cheerleaders have been holding a snowball dance for the past 3 years. The dance was held on February 9th. Many students attended and had a great time. We spoke to Jack Harza to find out why.
But what I liked about it a lot was they had a dance competition, which was new, and it gave kids a chance to show off their dance moves and boogie down.
The Peters Township National Honor Society sponsored the annual dodgeball tournament on Tuesday, February 19th, from 6 to 8 p.m. in the high school gym. Admission to the tournament was $4, and over $4,000 was raised and donated to the Make-A-Wish Scholarship Fund. The tournament started off with games between the teachers of the various schools in our district and ended with games between the grades of the high school. The winners of the tournament were the McMurray Elementary faculty team and the student team comprised of seniors.
The Peters Township Parks and Recreations Department participates in the Youth Exemplifying Sportsmanship Program, or YES Initiative. The purpose of the YES Initiative is to encourage and develop in children a love for sports in a safe and positive environment, while teaching skill, development, teamwork, and sportsmanship. It encourages equal playing time among players, positive coaching techniques, and insists that all coaches, parents, and players adhere to the Sportsmanship Code of Conduct. As the girls' basketball team moves their way through the WPIAL playoff race, senior and junior captains are leading them through a successful season. We would like to extend a special congratulations to basketball player Emily Carell, a junior at PTHS who recently broke 1,000 points in her high school career. She is the 4th highest scorer in the WPIAL and is getting recruited by Division I colleges. Emily will lead the girls' basketball team in the upcoming WPIAL Championship this Saturday against Upper St. Clair.
The Peters Township Public Library will be hosting a free application for Federal Student Aid Seminar completion session on Saturday, February 9th from 10 a.m. to noon. The FAFSA forms help the student to get financial aid from their colleges. Every little bit counts when paying for college tuition. For more information, call the Peters Township Public Library at 724-941-9430, extension 327.
The PTHS baseball team will soon be holding its annual Monte Carlo Night fundraiser. This event offers a night of Las Vegas-style casino atmosphere at the Peters Township Fire Hall. Drinks, food, and music are offered, as well as a silent auction. We spoke with head coach Joe Mays about the event.
Held at St. Benedict's. It's our annual Monte Carlo night, and it's a fundraising activity for adults that has been very successful in the past and is our leading fundraiser, and to try trying to provide funds for our southern trip to South Carolina.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Headlines.
See you next time. We will now leave you with footage from the student-faculty dodgeball tournament held on Tuesday, February 19th.